A very good morning everyone. So today the seminar topic which I will be presenting will be on age estimation using dental evidence in anthropology, evolutionary perspectives in the dental anthropology. Starting with the introduction, the mouth may close in death but the teeth continues to speak. So teeth are biological timekeepers. So from the earliest hominins to modern Homo sapiens, the development, wear and morphology of teeth, it provides anthropologists with a powerful toolkit to estimate age at death. So across evolutionary timelines and cultural contexts, dental evidence has served as a reliable, durable source of chronological data. This seminar explores how age estimation methods have evolved, the scientific principles behind them, and their role in reconstructing life histories of ancient and modern population. So the dental development and evolutionary framework. So the evolution of human dentition is considered to be a complex one. It is said to be an interplay of genetic, environmental and evolutionary factors. So the chronology of dental formation and eruption has undergone significant modifications throughout the hominin evolution, throughout all the eras. So the Australopithecus afarensis and the early hominins, they exhibited accelerated dental development with very early molar eruption compared to the modern humans. So next we have Homo erectus, which presented an intermediate development with prolonged juvenile periods suggesting early stages of extended childhood. And then we have Neanderthals, which showed both rapid dental maturation and high variability in root formation, potentially linked to their unique developmental biology. And last we have the modern Homo sapiens, that is the humans who exhibit the most delayed dental development, which is consistent with longer periods of parental investment and social learning. So all these population are considered to be an evolutionary trajectory which reveals how teeth acts as a biological clock reflecting broader shifts in history strategies and environmental adaptation. So moving on to the tooth formation eruption patterns. So as we all know, the tooth development, it occurs in tightly regulated sequence. So it can be classified into the initiation stage where the earliest cell signaling and the bud formation happens. First, which you have the calcification, that is where the formation of enamel of the dental matrices occur. And then we have eruption, which is the movement of the teeth from its grip to its functional position, where it occupies the occlusal plane. So these stages, it can be tracked radiographically or histologically, and it can be used to estimate the subadult age at death with relatively high accuracy. So the molar eruption, particularly the first and the third molars, they serve as an important marker to highlight the age milestones. So the histological cross sections have enabled precise tracking of enamel and dental deposition throughout the accentuated growth lines such as the neonatal line in the deciduous teeth and the residuous line in the enamel. So we have various developmental methods which are used to assess the age. So firstly we have the tooth eruption charts. So charts like Euglaker and Alkitani plot, it calculates the average eruption ages of each tooth. So this is widely used in the field of anthropology due to the simplicity, but it may lack some precision due to population variation throughout the globe. And these charts are increasingly being updated to reflect the ethnicity, that is specific timing of development based on the cultural and ethics. Secondly, we have something called the Demergence method. So it is a technique that scores 7 mandibular permanent teeth based on the radiographic stages from A to H. This is a picture which depicts all the stages, and it is a robust for children aged 3 to 16 years, and it's been validated with various ethnic populations. So however, it can overstimulate or underestimate chronological age, necessitating local calibration. And third, we have something called the mode spanning and hunt method. So this method evaluates the calcification stages of both the crown and the root, offering more than a granular approach than the Demergence method. So So it covers over 50 stages and is validated with longitudinal growth data. So it has proven to be particularly effective in juvenile population, and it remains where root completion is underway. So this is a picture which shows the Muir and Fanning classification. Next we have the post-eruption methods which I used to estimate the age. First we have the dental wear scoring. So dental wear scoring systems such as Roswell's or Lovejoy's index, it evaluates the occlusal wear patterns. So this picture depicts the age period about how the how the patterns appear on the molars. These correlate roughly with the chronological age but can also be influenced by various factors like diet, tooth use and cultural practices. So example, tool use with teeth, and some modern population it show very reduced tooth wear due to the softer diets complicating this wear age methods. Secondly, we have something called cementum annulation. So cementum annulation is nothing but the microscopic counting of the incremental lines in the cementum of the teeth, which offers an annual resolution similar to that of the 3 rings. So particularly it is useful for adult age estimation, and it is accurate to plus or minus 2 to 3 years in many cases. So cementum based estimation has also been it's been validated in archaeological samples. Next we have something called aspartic and racemization, acid racemization AAR. So it measures the rate of the levo to dextro conversion of aspartic acid in the dentin. So it is the racemization process where the temperature dependency is shown, and it is shown to be accurate for individuals over 20 years of age. It's been applied in forensic sciences, in mass disasters and exhumations where the traditional needles tend to fail. Next we have the cultural and temporal variations. So the diet and wear patterns across the eras. Dental wear patterns that are directly influenced by either the diet or the cultural behavior and the environmental factors, which makes them a key marker in age estimation across all the historic periods. So understanding this will allow anthropologists to reconstruct the lifestyle and survival strategy of ancient population. Starting with the prehistoric hunter-gatherer era. So they consumed unprocessed, fibrous and gritty food containing sand or dust from the environment. So it has led to high attrition rates visible in heavy occlusal patterning. So the teeth wore down to expose the secondary dentin by early adulthood itself. So this wear-based age estimation was particularly useful in the absence of radiographic techniques which were not available during that time. And then we had early agriculturalists. So the diet it began to include soft carbohydrate-rich grains. So the use of stone ground flour it introduced a very microscopic grid that intensified the occlusion wear. So bread consumption was also seen in the Neolithic Europe and ancient Egypt, which led to the widespread molar flattering. And social stratification was also an influential factor which affected the wear patterns. And elites with softer diets, they had lesser wear. And we have the industrial and the post-industrial population, where the mechanized food processing it reduced the dietary aggressiveness which is seen in the teeth and decreased occlusal wear, made traditional accretion-based age models less reliable. And this led to the development of biochemical tools like AAR and microimaging age estimation techniques. And then we have cultural behaviors like smoking, toothbrushing and sugar consumption. It began to affect the dental health and wear variability. Next we have some case studies which I have done through the time. We have 3 important case studies. One is the Krapiana Neanderthals, which was done in Croatia. It was found that juveniles in that country exhibited accelerated molar eruption, which is indicative of short childhood phases and thin enamel dental growth, it was confirmed with accordance to the histological studies. And then another study was conducted in the New England, the ancient Egyptian nobility. So that is where heavy wear patterns in molars and incisors were evident due to the high silica-based diet, and it is used to estimate the age and death, and it also was used to infer the elite status of the population. And then we have another study which was conducted in the Middle European cemeteries, which concluded that the infant burials they were assessed using the decimal scale, and the symptom annulation was used to cross-validate with the historical records. And moving on to the applications and ethical dimension of forensic and archaeological significance, what it holds. So the forensic anthropology, as you all know, the age estimation complete, it is essential in identifying unknown individuals in crime scenes or disaster situations. So it also supports the demographic filing in criminal and as well as in humanitarian context. Then we have bioarchaeology, which helps in the population structure, fertility patterns and mortality profiles in the ancient cemeteries. It also supports sex age distribution and comparative paleopathology. So we have something called paleodemography, where age and death profile about social structure, health and population dynamics across the time can be studied, and the reproductive patterns and childhood mortality trends. It has also been traced to dental developmental markers. The ethical and scientific considerations to be taken into account are the destructive analysis. So techniques like cementum annulation and AAR, it involves the permanent alteration or destruction of the specimen. So it raises a preventive concern, preservative concern. And then cultural sensitivity. So age estimation on human remains, it must respect the descendant communities and the indigenous tribes. So consent and consultation are now integrated into most institutional protocols. Next we have accuracy versus the invasiveness. So a push towards the non-destructive imaging like micro-CT and artificial intelligence models. It can be trained on open access dental databases, so which can result in more anthropological based studies, and ethical review boards now monitor destructive sampling more rigorously. So to conclude, the teeth formed in life in death offer profound insights into human development and history. So while tracing the evolution of dental age estimation methods, we uncover not just the age of individuals but the shared biological rhythms of a species. As new technologies refine our interpretation, this interdisciplinary bridge between dental anthropology, forensics and evolutionary biology, it continues to strengthen, bringing the past even closer to the present.